Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of G&A Podcast. I am your host, or a half of your host, Doo, and this
And
is...
I'm the other half, Soberoni.
I almost
Together
said
we
your
make
name
G&A.
again. I think this keeps happening where I keep almost saying your name.
I know. It's gonna happen. I guarantee it's gonna happen again eventually.
No, because it happened in the video. Guys, one of the videos that's coming out this week, when I do my outro, I definitely call myself Soberoni. Ironically, it's the video about aggro swordcraft, which is the worst ever. So
Which is what I don't use.
It's only fitting. It's only fitting that I would say this is Soberoni because he swears by swordcraft. Because
mid-range swordcraft. Thank you very much. Fuck aggro.
Same difference. It's all scum to me. But you know what isn't scum? This awesome lineup that we have this week.
Yes.
This is a brand new week, a bunch of new episodes. So without any further ado, let's just jump right in there. And what do we start with? Kekkai, Sensen, and Beyond? Yes,
we do. Thank God, because we both had to marathon all of Kekkai Sensen.
Which was not, it did not even seem like work. It was so, I love the series.
Great. It was absolutely. If you have not seen Kekkai Sensen, please go watch it. It's amazingly incredible.
Especially if you are from the city, because then you can appreciate how much detail and attention they use in the anime. Like basically all the landmarks that they use, the metro system.
Yeah, like the whole atmosphere is very New York. Like there was one shot of them next to a bodega, and it had the Mega Millions sign in blue and yellow. And I'm like, oh my god, that's like the same color that the bodegas around here use.
The train stations look exactly similar.
Yes, yeah, there's graffiti on them and everything. It's so legit.
So yeah, it was very, very well done. They use English songs, which, as Soberoni was saying, was very Persona. You have a very Persona feel to it.
Oh yeah, if you guys love music and anime, then fucking Kekkai Sensen is like the holy grail of anime soundtracks.
Yeah, no, it's really amazing. And the first episode was literally just like the entire season, just crazy shit happening.
Yeah.
But
if you are not familiar with Kekkai Sensen, then it's just craziness. Each episode is just like a random crazy vignette of just insanity happening, and that's what we got from the first episode of the second season.
Exactly. For example, this episode, it just somehow they don't even explain how, but like the main character, a bunch of other people are being dropped from the sky with monsters attached to their heads that once the glass breaks, the monsters grow, eat them, and then grow even bigger.
Yeah. That's another thing I've noticed, even from the first season. Like, people just die in the thousands every episode. Like, thousands of civilians just die every episode.
Oh yeah, everyone's just dead.
Yeah, everyone just dies. It feels like very Furikuri-ish. Like, it's just so random and very stylized.
Yes, I get it. It's very Furikuri vibe. And, like, just crazy stuff's happening, but it's like, oh, but we're kind of just going with it, and, like, whatever.
Yeah. It's also funny in weird, odd spots, like in this episode where they're all yelling their attack names out, and it's, like, just chaotic craziness, because they all have, like, 5-sentence-long attack names.
Yeah, and then, like, when I forget the female's name. She's like yelling because she's like, oh, like your name was on top of mine or something.
Yeah, like they're just yelling on top of each other.
She's like, hey, your attack name was on top of my attack. I'm just like, wow, what is with this meta jokery? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's extremely meta, and I also really love the whole premise of this. First off, I love that this episode had like a double premise. The whole part in the beginning with the whole monsters and stuff on your head that kill you. I thought that was gonna be the whole episode. That was just the prologue.
Oh my god, I totally forgot. Like that was just the prologue.
That was just the prologue.
And then I love how he just like, It's literally just like a whole thing of like, oh, this is the envoy, like the American envoy who's coming to speak today, and then he just gets his package and it's like the envoy's head, and he's like, hey, so you're that American envoy dude, huh?
Yeah, the whole episode is just him trying to escort the envoy to the meeting, but
Correction, the envoy's head.
The envoy's head to the meeting. It's so hard to go over what these episodes are about because they're just random. They're just so random. It really
is. Basically, multiple clans of monsters are just like being paid to prevent that meeting from happening, more or less. And then, yeah, just tomfoolery breaks out. Like essentially the whole episode. Oh my god, what's the main character's name?
You forgot the main. I completely forgot as well. Leonardo Watch.
Yes, thank you. Leo tries to get Leo basically just runs throughout the entire day, and it's so weird how the people come up and help him by clearing out the small wave of enemies. But they just kind of leave after.
You know what? I saw that and I was thinking this is a clever kind of intro to each character all over because it was.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
It was like, hey, here's a quick intro to all the characters all over again. You got to see Chain, who I love Chain, and all the crazy other ones. They all had a spotlight shine on them real quick for a moment or two.
Yeah. No, it was a fun anime. Guys, go watch this. And you don't even have to see the first season if you don't want to.
Yeah, you kind of don't. I mean, there is some very loose plot threads that connect the episodes together.
That's so crazy. Because I bet you they're hardly going to mention Black and White ever again.
Watch them be the main focal point of the season. But yeah, no, they you can literally watch the show out of order. You can skip the whole first season and go into the second season. It revolves around the characters and all the insanity that happens around them. So
yeah,
it's just a fun show. It's especially fun to marathon. This is a really
I watched
great show.
I watched half the season one day because I just couldn't stop watching it.
But yeah, great way to start off the new season. Kept the same vibe, awesome music, great characters still there.
Yeah,
more awesomeness.
Yes, and speaking of, not speaking so awesome, we have Ousama Game, the animation, which apparently someone is in a tizzy about.
All right. And I'm going to say why I did not like this episode. If I could give a worst episode of the week, it would go to this. But the reason being, and I know you're going to be getting on my case as soon as I say it, is I hate the main character. He's too mopey and depressed.
I'm holding myself back. Go on and explain yourself. I'm holding myself back.
Listen, I get that he survived a whole King game before, which honestly, that's an interesting take on it. I like having it be he's a survivor and he knows what's coming.
Yes, that's cool. One of the things that keeps me into this show. That's not just we're struggling to see what's going on. He's nope, I've already been through this. I already know what's happening.
Mm-hmm. But that's a double-edged sword, because knowing what happens now, he's a total idiot and, just really, really bad at saving people. He does... If you had knowledge of what was going to happen, I feel like he went out of his way to do everything as wrong as possible. He's not clever, maybe he didn't know it was going to happen again. Well, he didn't, but once he saw the king's message, he could have played it... Listen, if you see the king's message and you realize it's going to happen again, the first thing you do is not run to the middle of the class and spout a bunch of nonsense like some crazy dude in the subway. So, I don't know. I just found that bit really... I just find his character annoying. He always... He was
kind of awkwardly... Okay, he didn't have to go all crazy, but, it didn't help that... Remember, this person... who don't know, or his entity, is texting all of them. They all got that message saying, oh, he has to kiss to this person. That's kind of a... That's not like a small thing to say, especially in high school. You know, they're all about their high school drama
Yeah,
and
but you
shit.
can play it cool. You can just be like, oh, yeah, I got that message too. Quit playing. Like, I feel like you can go about it smarter than just freaking everyone out and going crazy and, like, fucking refusing to kiss her. First off, that's the other issue I had. This girl is so thirsty for him for no
I
reason.
know. Oh my god. Yeah,
That
I
was
didn't
like,
understand that either. That's one thing I did not like. She was
I
just
do
like,
not get that dynamic at all.
she was like, "Hey, you're so mysterious, stranger, and whatever. I want your dick." And I'm like, "Wait, what? You hardly know him."
Yeah, no, I halfway through the episode, I'm like, oh my god, is this like a setup? Because what I was thinking, which is another problem. Well, not really a problem, but misconception. I was thinking going into this is going to be like, oh, there's a killer, and then I was thinking, oh, well, this girl's way too interested in him for no reason. Maybe she's the killer or something, or she has a different King's game where it's like she has to kill him, so she's trying to get close to him and trip him up. But no, it's just some
I think they're
supernatural like
trying. I think
entity.
someone was just like who just likes Future Diary a little too much, like Future Diary and Danganronpa a little too much. Was just like, let's create this super yandere character.
Yeah. And it's weird because I don't know if I like the direction it's going with it being just like it's a supernatural monster, demon, or whatever, or force that's killing them, as opposed to it being like, oh, it's just there's a killer among us, mystery. I mean, that can go either way, so it's not really a complaint. But I'm just saying, I expected it to be like a murderer, not a monster story.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of see what you're saying, but at the same time, you're definitely like shitting on him a little too much. You're definitely going a little too hard because like he just had to survive watching all of his classmates, including someone that he
No,
actually was in love with, which is another reason why he's not kissing this
no,
new
I get that.
girl.
I get that. I'll forgive him for
So
being a
he's
dick.
so it's okay. So like, does it make sense that he's just a wee bit traumatized? I think
Yeah, I
I'd be
get
a
it.
little wee bit
I'll
traumatized.
forgive him for being PTSD dick mode in the beginning. But I'm just saying, if his goal is first off, his goal was just like what suicide with the main girl because he doesn't want to kiss her, so that they both die.
Well, no, bitch, you know he just wanted to die because he didn't have to go through this whole process of watching everyone die all over again.
Yeah, but well,
Duh.
first off, that's like doubly like if that's your goal, you could just kill yourself. Like, there's nothing in the king. What's the king game gonna do? Stop you from killing yourself?
I mean, yeah. Well, first of all, there's killing yourself, and then there's killing yourself. Like, it's a lot of people chicken out of killing themselves a lot.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a dick move to be like, I'm just gonna kill us both by not obeying the fucking rules of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure if he killed himself, then he would have killed her.
Yeah, I guess so indirectly.
Because you can't do your thing if you're dead. So either way, she would have died.
I don't know. It doesn't specify that one of the parties needs to be alive. She could kiss the corpse.
God.
Could be like Romeo and Juliet.
Oh God, and I'm just like ill because I feel like she would. They would definitely say,
Yeah, exactly. Even though they have less than an episode of like screen time together.
oh God.
But that was my other issue with it. It's like it feels too fast. Like, first off, how many?
Yeah,
people
because
died
everyone's
this
like
episode?
dead. Like so many people died.
Like 75% of the cast just died this episode. But
I feel like half the classroom was dead. Like how? Like oh my God, can you imagine what school's gonna be like the next day?
yo, super quick attendance.
Oh well, how's the class going? Playing hooky? I don't understand.
But no, I feel like it could have used a bit more build up. Like maybe the first episode is kind of slow, and the second episode probably ends with it being like, oh, the game started, as opposed to, boom, the game started, and now like 90% of the people are dead.
I mean, no. I understand what you're saying. Maybe one episode would have been good. Maybe just one episode.
Yeah, like one
Of
episode
them
build
showing,
up of getting to know
especially
everybody.
showing the main character and the main girl getting together. And then the next episode, all this shit happens hits the fan. Because, like, once all this, King's Game shit starts, I assume, like, a lot of the missions at first are going to be very, like, doable. They're going to be gross, but they're going to be doable.
Yeah. And it's I don't know, I feel like you got to give it time to simmer. Like, we had a whole episode to get to know him, and it was like a mystery behind it. Like, why is he such a dick? Why is he's so afraid of everybody and all that stuff. And then next episode, the ball dropped or whatever, then I feel like that'd be more interesting as opposed to just like, it feels really rushed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know you. Yeah. That's Overoni's huge problem. He hates when things are rushed.
Yeah, I hate rush. I mean, you could do rushed and you could do it fine if it's like if it's like Kekkai Sensen and shit is just going crazy and everything's happening at once, but not for like a horror mystery drama.
Yeah. I can agree with you on that. Yep.
So overall, I wasn't a fan of this episode, but it could get better, I guess. Just the first episode. God knows you never judge quality based on the first episode.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'd be here bashing Madoka and Nanaha. I don't understand why people like Madoka. It's just a fucking cute show about girls.
This girls about being magical girls. No, it doesn't seem anything important.
So, for all I know, it takes a drastic turn. I don't know.
A drastic turn.
Drastic turn.
Or drastic then half your class from dying.
Yeah.
Alright. With that being said, let's move on to something more cheery. The second episode.
We're doing such drastic 180s.
I know. It's a little bit more cheery.
Slightly more cheery.
Yeah, Himouto Umaru-chan R, episode 1. So, speaking of anime that just kind of just picks up once again, Umaru is definitely like in that box. But I do like that they have this overarching arc.
It's not wrong.
I know, right? The overarching like thing where what's her face? Where Umaru, she's trying to actually like make friends with people, and she's not trying to do it through like a disguise. She's like, I want friends, but I want to make friends as normal me, not as like mysterious heroine X from Fate Grand Order. Does she not look like that?
She does. She kind of does.
But yeah, and I think that's like a lot of what this whole episode is about. She's trying to be friends with Sylph, with Kirie, even with that other girl who lives. Evina, thank you. I was like, what's her name? I was really trying to.
I love her name. It's like the most fun name to say.
I know. No, I like it too. I like her name. But yeah, that's just essentially what this whole episode is about. Besides like the first part where she's like alone by herself, and because her brother's gone for like a day.
The first part of this episode, like I guess it was like 3 parts, but like the first half was kind of boring to me. But the soccer part was amazing, so it makes up for all of that. Like I love the soccer portion of this episode.
To me, the only thing that I think the first part, like where she's all by herself, I think that was okay because it's just the first episode. This is like, oh, we are reintroducing her character, like who likes eating chips and playing games and watching anime and da 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 da. Also, I really hate how like I hate watching this anime because it always just makes me want to eat like junk food. Like I never want to eat junk food more than when I watch this. I'm just like, oh my god, and I won't say I'm like the healthiest person ever, but like I do watch what I eat on a whole. But whenever I watch her, I'm just like, I just want a bag of chips and soda.
I don't know why. I don't get that compulsion at all, and I'm a shitty eater. Like I eat all the garbage in the house.
Exactly, because you already eat all the garbage.
Yeah, I guess
and
so.
I don't. So when I see her doing it, I'm just like, it's almost like I'm inspired.
You're inspired to live a shitty lifestyle of junk food eating.
Oh God, if only. But yeah, as I was saying, like the first part was like, that's just a reintroduction of her character, like whatever. And then the rest of it was really cute. It was the pulling weed. Oh, first of all, I was so triggered about pulling weeds because that just reminds me of my childhood where my dad would wake me.
Weeds?
Yeah, my dad would wake me up at like 7, 8 in the morning to like pull weeds in our backyard. And
it doesn't seem that bad.
What?
It doesn't seem that bad.
Try doing it in the summer. Try doing it in 80, 90 degree weather. And then you tell me if it's bad or not.
I'll refrain.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you dare try to take away from my trauma. All right. But yeah, like you said, the soccer part was really dope. I love that Umaru's team look like just like a bunch of like characters from like a fantasy anime. Like they just
Yeah,
did
one of
not
them had
belong
wings on
at
their head.
all.
Yeah, it was strange, but I like the uniforms that the other team was wearing. Like So's team was like overly flowery
Fluffy?
uniforms. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like fluffy and like frills at the end.
I was like, why? You literally could like die from heat exhaustion. Like
Nah.
it must be so uncomfortable.
I love the Ebina scene too, where they
Oh god, when they like go over like the whole boob thing with like the soccer ball.
because it was not content just being bounce the soccer ball off your boob joke. They had to do like a whole fucking documentary style explanation of what happened afterward.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. And also I like at the end how Umaru was like really like she ow, I put the inside of my mouth. Fuck. Ow, ow, ow. But I love how she just like, ugh, just going up to people and asking if they want to hang out. Oh, that sounds awful. And it's so funny because I feel like I have that conversation with like so many adults our age who like still have the same problem. So it's like,
Yeah, it's relatable.
it's like,
It's a relatable issue.
I mean, maybe not so much for me, but
Sorry, Mr. Extrovert.
I'm not extrovert. I'm what they call an extroverted introvert, which means like I'm really good at pretending to be extroverted, but in real life I'm actually a huge introvert.
So does that mean I'm an introverted extrovert?
No, you're just an introvert. You're just an introvert. You're just plain. You're just fucking plain and boring. Jesus Christ.
That insult aside, this episode was good. It was a good reintroduction to the series. I liked the second half. It was funnier than the first half, in my opinion, and it was well done. I love all the characters.
Yeah, can't wait for next week.
Yeah.
Let's move on to UQ Holder.
Which is my
Mahou Sensei Negima 2. Of course, it's your episode of the week.
Of course it is.
It's probably mine too.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Negima hype.
Yeah. Only because it was just so... Okay, so I kind of forgot the... I forgot reading the...
Manga?
Whatchamacallit? The what?
The manga?
No, I remember the manga. I forgot the summary. So I totally didn't know what this anime was about when I started watching this. So I was just like, wait, what's going on? Wait, also, like, where's Ava? Like, and then that was crazy. I love how this whole thing centers around Ava.
Yeah, yep. She's like the main character, or one of the main characters.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it shows her like, oh, I finally decided to grow up, or at least pretend like I grew up.
Yeah, I actually love the angle it takes too, because it's like, it's something you didn't really think about, but like, oh shit, yeah, she does outlive everyone from, the academy in Negima. So like, all her friends are dead. It's kind of really bleak to think about.
Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead, anyways. But I'm pretty sure she's gone through that for like the past 800 years. So
yeah, but I feel like these would have been closer friends to her than anyone else that she's ever met.
Well, they were that close. She should have just turned them all to vampires.
That's what I thought too, but like I kind of thought about it deeper than I'm like, oh, but then
I thought Neji was a vampire. Wasn't Neji a vampire?
No.
I thought I heard somewhere that he was turned into a vampire.
No, if he was, no, I don't think he was. Unless it was like some kind of like thing where he was temporarily turned into a vampire or something.
Maybe.
But no, yeah, if she did that to everyone she loved, then they would have to live through seeing their loved ones die, and I don't know. I feel like it would be a real asshole dick thing to do with her. You're all immortal.
You know what they say, misery loves company.
Yeah, exactly. I
Um,
especially loved the opening. Was the original opening for the original Negima anime, which was garbage, but the opening was great. So it kind of got me with like a huge hit of nostalgia to hear the original Negima opening over UQ Holder.
huh. I think I just skipped the opening. Like always.
Wow. There's all that emotional investment lost on you.
I don't remember the opening from the first one either, because I'm pretty sure I skipped over that one as well. So, there. um,
It was
yeah.
gorier than I was expecting too.
Yeah. I knew they were gonna get to
Slightly.
that point. I knew they were gonna get to that point. Just like not episode one. Yikes.
I wasn't sure about that because I mean, they kind of.
Are you trying to say
I was
Nejima
up in
isn't
the air.
bloody? Like Nejima gets
No,
pretty gruesome.
the manga was bloody, but the anime wasn't really. I don't think it ever went there. I think it was just
Uh,
like censored area. Like yeah, I know the manga for Yuki Holder is bloody. That's why I was wondering if like, oh, how bloody are they gonna do it, or are they gonna censor it? But nope. Ava kind of got torn to shreds in the middle of the first episode.
yep, and the main character kind of got his arm torn off.
Oh, I loved that the evil dude in the first episode was kind of like not the typical evil guy where he was not having anyone's shit. He was not letting them do their speeches or nothing. He was like, "Oh, people
Nope.
are here, witnesses, dead to
Yep.
you, you're killing your
Yep.
friends real quick."
Yeah, he
Nope,
was just like, nope, I just
no
need to kill
shit.
everyone and get get my reward.
Yep, not holding back. I don't care if you're a kid, chopping off your hand.
God, that was crazy. Like I thought he like put his sword like at his side and was gonna say something like, "Oh, I'm the bad guy," and I'm like, nope, he swung all the way down,
Yep, just dead.
and then just stabs him in the back through the chest.
I also really love the fact that this like in the UQ Holder manga, I only read like the first 10 chapters or so, but the manga was really split on whether it wanted to be a Negima sequel, and it was kind of like all this stuff that happened in the first episode with him seeing Negi and being like, "Oh, why am I seeing this ghost?" and stuff, and Ava showing up. That did not happen in the manga. Like his dream was just a generic like, "I want to go to the top of the tower just because blah 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 blah." So I'm glad that they're actually putting the Negima spin on it from the start. They're like, nope, this is a
Hmm.
tie into Negima. We're not doing this is it.
Which is good because I'd want it to be tied to Negima.
Yeah.
So
Though I
yeah,
don't necessarily think you have to see Negima to get UQ Holder either, though.
say that again.
Like, I don't necessarily think you have to see Negima to get into UQ
As of
Holder.
now, yeah, no, definitely not.
I don't think so. I think it stands like it's good on its own. So if you're curious about UQ Holder but you haven't seen Negima, don't let the Negima 2 scare you off. I mean, it
Even
helps if you
though
see
if
Negima,
they,
but it's not necessary.
yeah, like I don't know why they have two fucking titles.
I don't know.
That's always confusing. I'm not a huge fan of that. Let's see, anything else to mention?
Good fights.
Good fights. Also, I love how the bad guy was just like clearly a bad guy. Like he's like, "Hey guys, you want to learn some
Oh
magic?"
yeah, he was like the candy dealer. This is the guy that they tell you to avoid in every classroom when they say don't take candy from strangers.
Yeah. Except he'll do something a little worse than rape you.
Yeah, he'll just kill you.
Yeah, just slightly worse. But yeah, um, not rape and definitely murder aside, this was a good episode, and can't wait for the next one.
Yep, very good episode. Next one's already out as we are recording this. I can't wait to watch it after this video.
Oh yeah, I'll probably watch it tonight. Next we have Blend
Blend
S.
S, aka Working For. I'm just gonna title it Working For.
Yeah,
That's what it
yeah.
is. It's literally just working.
It's literally
Which
just
is great.
working. Just a bunch of
Which is
really
fantastic.
yeah. So it's a great anime, but a bunch of really weird people that work together in a cafe. Except all their weirdness, it's like I don't know. It's weird. It's like they put like the theme of their store is weird. That's the only thing that's different that separates them from working. That the theme of their store is also weird, and they do that on purpose.
Yeah, I guess so. But I like the way that it conflicts with all their characters, except the blonde is kind of still tsundere-ish outside of this. A little
No,
bit.
she's still much of a tsundere. I liked her. I like that she's like. I like that they went in on their characters like outside of the store,
Yeah,
like
that
or
was
just
great. Like to see the difference between how they are in character and out of character.
yeah. Because I like that tsundere is still kind of a tsundere, even though she just loves video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm fine with that. The manager, he
The manager's great too.
he is fantastic. I feel like even though there's less of them, it's still just as strong.
Yeah, the characters are all really like I can't pick a favorite character. They're all really good characters.
Yeah. I love Mafuyu, who probably should be the extreme sadist. The
Yeah, she is a bit more sadistic than the main girl.
main girl's not sadistic at all. She's trying to be sadistic.
She's unintentionally sadistic. Like she just.
I
just
know.
because
Oh
of
my
her
god, that
eyes.
whole first time where she served them their food and squirted ketchup on them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, that was so terrifying. I felt so bad for her, but that was so funny.
Every single close up of her face when she's trying like doing the eye thing is just gold. I love it. First off, I want to say I can make all the thumbnails for all these podcasts for the next season. I can just take from this episode alone of the show, and there's so many like screen capable crazy faces and moments.
Oh, they're so funny. Oh no, that's really good.
Similar to Kakegurui, but not as creepy.
Exactly, yeah. I just remember the one. Oh, wait. So, this doesn't have to be the thumbnail for this episode, but, like, maybe if you could just find the one where, like, the manager, like, passed on his blood and wrote out, "Congratulations."
I love those slapstick comedy moments, too.
Oh, it's so great. Yeah, this I can't wait for next episode. I'm 100% with this anime.
Wait.
I
feel like this is going to be the most consistent comedy we're going to get this season, and it's going to be like, it's like working. It's going to be one of the best character-driven comedies, and I'm just going to enjoy it every week. And it's going to be the one thing every week where I'm like, yep, this was great again, like always.
Yep, I feel the same thing. I feel the same way too. Watashimo, as they would say. Oh my god, is that it?
That is it, because we can't cover Fatal Apocrypha because it hasn't been subbed yet. So
okay, guys. So yeah,
has not been able to redeem himself. Nope, you can't redeem yourself yet.
I'm not. First of all, I'm not redeeming myself. Actually, I have two things to say. First of all, and you can, I guess, glad hate me for both. But first of all, we're moving forward. If it takes too long, I guess we're just not gonna cover Apocrypha this week, or like the week if it takes too long and we're ready to record and it's still not out. We're just going to push it back to next week. So maybe in some episodes, it might cause some episodes to be like shorter, like this one, and the other episodes are gonna be extra long because they're doing 2 episodes.
To be fair,
but unfortunately, that it just can't be helped at this point, like because it just takes too long to sub it. So that's unfortunate. So just like this week, it's just not gonna be none. But next week, if they sub it fast enough, then we'll do this episode, this week's or last week's episode, and we'll do this week's episode as well.
Or 2 episodes of Apocrypha.
Yes, if they don't take forever. So that's up in the air. Don't blame us. Blame A1 Pictures. Like, and the people who sub it. Like, it can't be helped. Secondly, I will say to the people who said stuff about how I just hate on Shirou for no reason, or Amaska, or whatever they are. Few things. One, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, they're not the same person. They're not related in any way." Da 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 da. And on to that, I say they are alternate versions of themselves, which means yes, in some way, shape, or form, they they do have something in common. If not, then they're not alternate versions of themselves. So there. And as to what connects them, very obvious. As someone actually in the comments said for me, they pointed us out for me, they are both traumatized by the events of the Fuyuki fire. Like, and
that's why you hate Shirou.
No, it's just, I mean, yes and no, but because they just develop really warped senses of justice, and it's like, one annoys me because he's just very naive and stupid, and like, I don't know, especially in Fate's Day, like in Fate's Day Night, the original, like the first one that came out, like, oh my god, like that was such an impression of how dumb he was, like, and just like literally, he is responsible for one of the dumbest quotes in anime history.
Alright, but let's put it this way. If Amakusa does something like cool shit, can you give him his credit for it? I'm sure you will.
Sure, yeah. I can do that too, but I also don't like Amakusa because he too is like, while he's not naive like Emiya is, Amakusa is like, oh, well, I'm also really traumatized, so I'm also gonna hope for this crazy notion of salvation. Except, you know what they say, you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet, except this omelet's gonna use, like, I don't know, I'm just saying this omelet's taking a lot, shit ton of eggs to make.
I don't know. It's a war, though, so it makes sense to me. It's like, oh, he's just participating in the Grail War himself, so whatever.
But, like, he's just, like... And also, we know how... I don't know, maybe because I don't know how the Greater Grail works. Because I know if he would try this shit with the Lesser Grail, it would even blow back in his face even harder.
Yeah, probably. And they did mention that he knows all the things about the Grail.
Yeah.
That probably means he knows it's corrupt or whatever, but can you blame him? Can you blame him for having a dream?
Yes, if it's a dream that where he's like, it's the same stupid dream like his, because he's like, oh, I want to save everyone. Like, you're not saving everyone, you're killing a lot of people, so it's not everyone. You're saving the majority. You want to say you want to save the majority, then fine, but, and even then, you're forcing your salvation down their throats. Like, I know he has a kind of like it's kind of like the whole Naruto, the whole Sharingan's a moon angle. That's where he's coming from. That's what he wants to do, which is why I'm just like, okay, you're gonna kill a bunch of people, and then you're going to make everyone conform to your version of salvation, which obviously may not be the best.
Calm down, Joan. Go back to helping Sieg out.
No.
Go back to romancing Sieg. Bring Andrew back in.
No, I tried helping Sieg, and then he came back just to almost die. Yeah, so I'm just saying that's just and once again, this is just how I feel. This is just my opinion, which I'm not changing. So that still makes me mad. Don't know what to tell you.
Don't worry, I'll get plenty of hate when I fucking hate all over. I'm sure I'm gonna hate when I hate all over Shinji in Extra. Or we both will, because you don't like Shinji either.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, if you guys, whoa, I don't know when here like Shinji. Whoa. Wow, I'm gonna go in on him and his no good, stupid raping ass. Oh my God, I can't wait till he dies over and over again.
I don't know. I think Shinji has like this small contingent of fans somewhere out there.
I hope none of them are on the channel.
Though.
Hope none of them are on the channel. If you are a Shinji fan, don't ever let me find out, because I will come for you.
Shinji fans unite. In the comment section.
Ooh, so yeah.
We did end up talking about Apocrypha. There you guys go. We talked about it anyway.
Yeah, more or less. Just nothing that happened this week. Yeah. Yeah, so I think with that, we are going to end things. If you are a fan of the podcast, if you're a fan of me still having my opinion, even though it's an unpopular one, by all means, like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, any last words, Silveroni?
Nope. Look forward to all these shows again next week, and hopefully maybe even a double dose of Apocrypha.
Yep. And this has been G&A Podcast. And with that, we will catch y'all later. Bye.
Later.